Okay, for key cleaning, let's start with the upper joint. So I just get my keys back out when I'm ready for them, either later that day or who knows, 2 days later. Oh, see, one of the hinge rods fell out, but that's okay. There's only one key missing hinge rods, and it's right there. All right, so what I'll do here is I'll take each key, each hinge rod, get a pipe cleaner, dip my pipe cleaner, the end of it in the WD-40 dish, and run it through the key. Twist it through. As you can see, it comes out a little dirty. Comes out a little dirty. Take it out. Run the back side through. Clean anything else out. And a little bit of dirt. Not too big. Then go over here and rub that WD-40, what's left, on a hinge rod. Run it through the threads. Get my tissue. Twist it in the tissue. Get the dirt out of there. Clean that hinge rod off. And voila, put it back in the key. Put the key aside. Next key. Pull the hinge rod out. A little bit of WD-40. Twist it through. Get the gunk out of there. Pull it back. Twist the clean end through. Make sure all the gunk's out. Then take the end with the WD-40 residue and wipe down the hinge rod. Scrape the gunk out of the threads. Twist it clean. This clarinet is so clean. Alright, hinge rod clean. Put it back in there. It wants to go one direction, that's fine. There you go. There's two of them clean. And that's how I'm going to do every one of these. Now for this, that's it. Alright, so I'm not going to show you how to do each one. That's it. You just run this through the key, scrape the hinge rod down, wipe the hinge rod down. This one is in here. I've already done that hinge rod. This key is bigger. The hinge rods are bigger. Needs a little bit more WD-40. Run that up in there, nice and smooth. Clean that out, twisting that around like so. Take that out, run the clean end in, see if there's any more residue to come out. A little bit on the end. There, that one's done. All right, so I'm going to pause that and finish those up. Okay, so this is my last key, and I want to slow down just a little bit and show you what I do here. So this key has got one hinge rod for the two trill keys. So we'll pull that hinge rod out and then separate those two trill keys and clean out the inside of that real good. Okay, inside of that trill key, it's got a bigger hole, obviously. Then run that through the inside of that trill key. And then here, we're going to wash the outside of that trill key with the WD-40. Okay, because that's got to be, that slips inside the other trill key. So get that nice and cleaned up and lubricated. Then hit the hinge rod. Clean out the threads. All right. Now, while I did that, I was going over every key, and I noticed these cheap corks. I don't know if you can see that, but that's not real cork. That's stick-on cork. that band directors use. And that's on all the keys. And I don't like it, so I'm going to take all of those off. And I'll be replacing that with 64th inch cork. That one might be a little bit more than 64, more than 32nd. Either 64th or 32nd inch. Depends on what I think. I'll put the key on the body of the clarinet first and get an idea of what I want under there, whether it's 64 or 32nds of an inch. The rest of these, that's going to be 30, that's 32nd of an inch. There you go. That's 32nd of an inch. I mean, that's a perfectly good cork, and there's really nothing wrong with it. It's just not real cork, and I want real cork on mine. This is cheap stick-on cork. Yuck. Ooh, and the glue is still nasty. Same thing with this one. This one's already got, it's already working a hole in it, so it won't be long before the little knobby will be clicking on that metal. So that's got to come off. A key, 32nd of an inch. G-sharp key, again 32nd. These are all 32nds of an inch. I'll let these lay here for a little while, or at least keep one of them so I can remember. These are all 32nd of an inch, not 64th. This one has none, so I'm going to wait and see what that one needs. Probably 32nd of an inch. This is the bridge cork, and it is real cork, but as you can see, it's falling apart. So we're going to take that off. That's looks like, I'll put that on, and I'll gauge that and see what I want there, whether it's 32nd or 64th. E flat key. Now this one, that could go as much as a 16th of an inch, depending on where it wants to hit the key below it. Oh, that glue is really on there. I'll have to heat that glue off, warm that glue up, melt that off. This one, as you can see, is also breaking. Right there, see that? So whatever's hitting that is cutting that pad, or that cork. Again, 32nd. This one is actually supposed to have cork on both sides. The top and the bottom. Here and down here. But I don't know how thick I want it on either side. Do I want to wrap it around or just put two pieces? I won't know until I put that together and see how that particular key is behaving. And this one, last of all. This one definitely looks like it could be 64th of an inch. So we'll have to remember that. So like I said, when I'm in doubt and I put these back together, I will put cork on these one at a time, not all. I've seen some repair guys, they put all their cork on all at once, all in one shot. I don't do that. I put my corks on one at a time. Let's see, where did this hinge rod come from? It came from that double trail key. So there you go. Now let's take a look at the pads. These pads don't look bad at all. I'm not replacing pads that aren't. This pad there, that one needs to come out. See, it's got a little bit of, can you see that? I don't know if you can see, they're right there. So that one's got to come out. That one's got to come out. That's good. That looks good. That's not a cork pad, but it's still relatively new. I'm going to leave that one in there. That's good. That's Good, yeah, those are all good. Control key is good. So to get these out, I simply just do not have a air torch. So I'll just heat them up with this. And poke them out with my screwdriver. Take a Q-tip, heat that glue up again, and wipe that glue out with a Q-tip. There we go, one down. Uh-oh, let's see, what did I do? A key, heat that up. And by the way, this is the same way I put pads in. Okay, I heat them up with some glue. I drop the pad on there, and then put it on a clarinet and float it in. I'll show you that in a little while. All right, so there's my keys ready to go. Well, almost ready to go. They're cleaned up. Now I need to buff them.